It was two very different matches while we were gone, even though we had the same results. And if you look on paper and you just see we won 3-0, think, okay, well, two great wins. Road wins in conference are always good, and we're glad to get them. I think we played much better against Kent than we did against Eastern Michigan. But regardless, if you can go on the road in conference and get 2 wins and get it done in a timely manner, that's a good weekend for us. I think offensively what impressed me was exactly that. It was that we had, I believe, with Kent State, we had every attacker had at least 10 swings. Against Eastern Michigan, every attacker other than Mal had at least 10 swings, and she had 9. And I love that. It makes us much tougher to defend if we're balanced and not just feeding the same kid over and over. So that was good to see. I think Jamie had a good attacking weekend. Katie had a good attacking weekend. Shelby had a good attacking weekend. We had several kids that were good, but I really appreciated having that balance. I think we did a good job passing, so we could do that. And then Abby did a really good job just spreading out and not having the same kid, again, attack a tremendous number of balls. I believe on the nights that we are balanced and everybody is contributing, that I think that's a great thing for us. The challenge is if you're not all hitting at a high percentage, then maybe you need to lean on one kid. And I think what made Kelly great is she could attack for a high percentage while also attacking a high volume of swings. And so I would say as a coach defending another team, I would always rather defend a team that has a known quantity that is going to be great as opposed to 6 kids that could get going at any time. But I'm kind of greedy. We'd love to have a kid that can get going at all times, but also be balanced. But as a coach, we're always looking for more, right? Yeah, it's something that we stress every day. We want to be a great defensive team. I think it's a really rare day that we don't talk about it. It starts with our serving, it then goes to our blocking, then goes to our back row defense, and we feel that we have good pieces at every part of that. We have a number of servers that are good, some that are just now starting to come on that maybe weren't as good earlier in the season. That's starting to happen. Blocking has been very good this year. It could still be better. Floor defense has been exceptional this year, and that's Mayer back there in zone 5. Obviously captains our defense, does a great job. And then you have a number of players in different positions that do a really good job for us. So it's really the combined efforts of all those things. Sometimes teams overlook serving and they just try to be a great defensive team without serving aggressively. We really believe that we need all 3 pieces. I think serving is the piece of that that's probably coming on the latest this year, which is a little unusual considering we were 9th in the country last year in aces. This year we just, for whatever reason, we weren't serving as well, but we've shown some signs in the last few matches of that happening. So pleased with the direction of all of that. We would love just to be a great defensive team every time we go out there. We were that, I think, against Kent. We were that against a lot of opponents. Eastern Michigan, we were not as good defensively as we would have liked, and I think that's what led to maybe some frustration for us after that match. Even though we won in 3, we didn't defend at the level that we're accustomed to defending. And I like that our team took that personally, and just really we didn't play at the level that we want. We want to go out and win, but we also want to pursue excellence. And when we don't do that, I like that our team feels it. I like that our team understands there's more out there. And if we win, but we don't leave the gym feeling like we played our best, I like that our team is frustrated about that because that's a sign of a mature team. I won't say exactly what we said, but I like some of the things that our captain said in the locker room, on the bus, just that there's more out there. And as long as we have that mindset, we have a chance to be really good defensively and really good as a team. Well, we really did not defend the slide well. That's the obvious thing, and it's not like I mind saying it publicly. Every coach looks at our video. So we did not do a good job setting up the block specifically to block the slide. It was really, really odd because Thursday night we defended it incredibly well. Our opponent's best slide hitter hit negative. But then on Saturday, we were not good with our feet. We didn't get our body to the right place. We were reaching a lot and then asking Mayer to cover an impossible amount of the court. I mean, she's good, but there are limits. And that's something that we just need to do a better job of. Had a night that maybe weren't as focused on that as we needed to be, and we'll make sure we get in the gym and improve that this week. 2 very different teams. I think Akron as a team, they're just really aggressive from the service line. They're one of the top serving teams in the country this year. And they have more aces than errors. It's rare to have that volume of aces and to still have more aces than errors. I mean, incredibly rare. So a lot of respect for that. I know we're going to have to be really good in serve receive there. I think Buffalo is probably a little more focused on their play at the net, and they have some physical players. Remember that from last year with them. whether it's middles or outsides. They have some kids that could definitely do some damage, both blocking and attacking, whereas maybe they're not quite as aggressive of a serving team. So two very different style of opponents, but two opponents that I think are playing better now that we've gotten into conference play. I think Buffalo struggled, for a while. Maybe they won 2 out of their last 3, I believe. Hitting percentage is really gone up for that team. Akron, they went 5 with Ball State. I mean, they're right there, and so it's two different styles of play that maybe historically they haven't been great teams in conference, but they're playing better the last couple of weeks. We know volleyball is this game of momentum, and it's not just point to point and set to set. That's also week to week. And if they feel like they're coming in and they're on an upswing, then they're a dangerous team. And so that's something we'll definitely need to prepare well this week and play at a high level.